Welcome back to another video. Today I will be covering IonQ once again. In case you have not been keeping up with the company and you probably seen the stock recently prior to the earnings, you probably thought the company was actually not executing. Well, that is far from the truth, but rather the company is on its way to becoming a tech giant, as I stated in past times in my video. Now again, as I start this video, please do recognize that the statements that I do make are not financial statements, but rather they are based on entertainment and learning purposes only. I do not know your financial status, nor do I know your financial goals, so please do not take this as financial advice. With that being said, IonQ is making its way to becoming a financial giant, a tech giant, as I stated in times past. And we see this clear as day. Why do I say this? When government's documents are starting to surround the wording and their executive orders are now mimicking exactly the words of your CEO, you know to take this company seriously. What do I mean? The executive orders that have come from the Trump administration are clearly outlining the goals of the administration to make quantum a core infrastructure of the United States going forward. That is to include quantum computing, quantum sensing, quantum networking, and quantum infrastructure. That sounds exactly what Niccolo de Masi have been iterating for the past couple months. He's repeating it. It's almost as if he wrote those executive orders by himself. With that being said, we are seeing an inflection point in the company. We are seeing growing revenues. We are seeing growing execution. We are seeing growing penetration within other companies and embedded government applications. With the quantum sensing aspect, they have now won a contract with DARPA. They've also signed a MOU with Andrew, which we don't know what's that about, but we can pretty much know that it will be surrounding probably quantum sensing, OCT terminals in space, as I recently saw a video with Andrew who's claimed they have their own satellites up in space. I also expect it to be surrounding quantum key distribution in space, which we know Niccolo de Masi has othered in times past. That being said, what IonQ is building is an ecosystem, one that will penetrate the commercial sector, the defense sector, and one, once companies are embedded, they will refuse to leave because no other company can bundle the type of dynamics which IonQ will be providing: quantum sensing, quantum computing, and quantum infrastructure. Through, as we've seen with the recent acquisition of SkyWater. With the recent acquisition of SkyWater Foundry, which IonQ recently acquired, IonQ now has a headcount of about 3,000, and now they are pretty much have their gateway, right, for onshore manufacturing, sovereignty, which we know the current administration is looking for. Apart from that, they are able to iterate, they're able to test, they're able to build much quicker than any competitor in the quantum sector. We've seen IBM going left to right from one modality. Now they're acquiring a new company for a new modality, as they also were given $2 billion to start a foundry. We've seen Google pivoting from their modality in superconducting to now going neutral atoms. Again, a sign which Chris Monroe stated that a lot of these big tech companies, they're really the ones pushing hype. They don't know what they're doing, right? A lot of people talking about quantum is hype, and they're pushing IonQ as the main hype player out there, but IonQ is the one delivering. They're the one with the 99.99 2-gate fidelity. They're the one showing improvements, right? They're the one with a scalable model. They're the one with the walking architecture, which will be going under DARPA's Phase C review, right? The big tech players like Amazon, Google, IBM, they're the ones doing the hype. But with that being said, IonQ will wipe the floor with these players. With SkyWater in the deal now, if the architecture continue to improve with 256, then 10K, then 100K, then 1,000,000 qubits, and then after that, if quantum networking really becomes cheaper. Because I recently saw Chris Monroe said it's kind of expensive right now. So he didn't really elaborate as to why that is. But once IonQ can build these machines at a price point which the competitors can't compete with, functioning machines, larger nodes, they don't have to replace your entire machine. They just have to replace the chip within the machine, then secure them, connect them to the data center, QKD space, everything. The quantum internet's coming apart. I mean, this company, to say the least, we saw companies like OpenAI and Anthropic go to 1 trillion overnight in the private markets. I could see the same with IonQ. And this sounds crazy, but if they deliver, if they can deliver on the roadmap and quantum can really penetrate the commercial sector, it's game over. Game over. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. Please leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the statements that I've made. And please, as I stated, this is not financial advice, but again, for entertainment purposes only and for learning purposes only. Again, IonQ, the 800-pound gorilla, is not here to play. He's coming to take everybody's lunch. Clocking out. Peace.